That snowy, wet weather caused a lot of central New Yorkers to stay home just to do some cleaning up and cleaning out. But you know, those snow blowers don't like that heavy, wet stuff.
No, they don't. I don't like it either, regardless of it. News 10 Line's Ashley CAFARO been in my old stomping grounds, Cortland County, since this morning. She joins us live. So, Ashley, what's it like? I see you're on the Homer Green right there. What's it like out there now?
Yeah, Jeff and Christy, it's snowing here and it's cold and it's blowing in my face, but just like many of us, the people I spoke to, they're sick of the snow, even mentioning that we've gotten snow before on Mother's Day in the past, but they're not surprised. Like many of us, we're in central New York, so really snow during this time isn't a shock. Now, unfortunately, they are now having to deal with the cleanup. I saw many people outside shoveling and snow blowing their sidewalks and driveways. One man I spoke to has lived in Homer for 46 years. He says when you have lived here for this long, you get used to shoveling. Are you sick of it, though?
Yeah, I guess, but it'll be gone, Mother Nature seems to take care of us that way. Yeah. Just brings it, leaves it. As long as we don't get a flood, as long as the power stays on, I'm happy.
And Don is one of the lucky ones to not lose power. NYSEC did have to deal with plenty of outages and down lines today. Live at Homer, Ashley CAFARO, News Channel 9.
Ashley, thanks very much. Go get warm. Certainly a busy morning for emergency response crews in Cortland County. Sheriff's Office says between midnight and noon, there were 39 car accidents they responded to, 63 calls for trees down, and 80 calls related to wires down.
Pretty stressful. We're joined now by Cortland County Sheriff Mark Helms. Sheriff Helms, let's make sure we got him tonight. There we go. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We got a couple of questions for you, Jeff.
Sheriff, bring us up to date. We just Ashley was just in Homer. She told us what it's like there, but around Cortland County, what's it like? Are there still some harder hit areas recovering?
Everything's looking a lot better, obviously, than it did early this morning. But we've got still some areas of the county that are without power. I'm told, I spoke with the 911 center before 4 o'clock, and they're telling me that we still got about 500 National Grid customers without power and about 1,000 New York State electric and gas customers that are without power, mostly in the southeastern part of the county. But right now, things are starting to look a lot better, even though the wind's still blowing and we are still getting a little bit more snow.
Yeah, that's good news. Things are looking better. Now, this morning, you had like 39 car crashes. Do you think drivers were a little less cautious since it's been a while since we've had this kind of heavy, wet snow? And any driving concerns right now?
Right now, I'm actually fairly happy with what we're seeing. Everybody seems to be going slow. Our accidents have slowed down tremendously. I think all law enforcement, all our DPW and everybody throughout the counties kind of had their hands full in the beginning of the day, but it's definitely looking up now, and hopefully it keeps going in this direction.
Sheriff, what has been your biggest concern today with this storm? Was it the down power lines? Was it all the calls and not enough people to get all of the calls? What were the biggest concerns for you?
On top of the number of calls that obviously we shared all these with the state police and our other area, law enforcement and fire departments really were out there running all over the place, was the potential for the down trees with the power lines. I think we still got, that's probably my major concern yet, with the wind and some of the snow still in the trees. Hopefully it's not going to continue into tonight, but we're keeping an eye on that.
And how much cleanup, Sheriff, is left? And are there any particular areas that you want viewers to perhaps stay away from or be concerned about?
Right now, from what I've seen, has been everything's clearing up, except for some of the secondary roads they're still working on. It's one of those things where, if you don't have to be out, I would say don't. Tomorrow's another day, and right now, better home and safe than sorry.
Always good advice. Sheriff Helms, thank you so much for joining us tonight from Cortland County.